So, hello everyone. Today I'll be discussing Pride and Prejudice, a critical exploration. In this presentation, we are going to explore its themes, characters, and social commentary in Austen's classical work. So, let me introduce myself. I am Bhargav Makwana from semester 1 MA. First, we are going to explore the Jane Austen's timeless masterpiece. It was published in 1830. No, its genre is a novel of manner, social critic, or a romance. So let's get a brief plot overview. It follows the life of Elizabeth Bennet as she navigates love, class, family, regency in England, particularly her evolving relationship with the proud yet noble Mr. Darcy. Elizabeth's journey of self discovery and personal growth challenges the expectations of her time. Then, cultural impact. Pride and Prejudice is one of the most beloved novel in English literature. It is known for its sharp wit, memorable characters, and its beating critic of social norms, particularly its term of marriage, class, and gender roles. The second one is the social and historical context. So, firstly, we are going to discuss class satisfaction. Austen critiques the rigid social hierarchy of Regency England, where an individual's social status significantly influences their marriage prospects. The characters' wealth and social standing affect their relationship decisions and the challenges they face. Then, marriage and social status. Marriage was not just about love, it was also a financial and social necessity. For Bennet family, especially the daughters, securing a good marriage was crucial for social standing and financial stability. This is just especially evident in the contrast between characters like Bennet with limited wealth and Bingley's wealthy and social ambitious. Now, gender roles. In Austen's time, women were expected to marry well and provide security for themselves and their families. For most of women, marriage was the only avenue to economic stability, which limited their autonomy and choices. The theme of pride. So, the theme of pride is basically and the central theme of Mr. Darcy. Darcy's intentional pride steps from his noble birth and wealth. He appears aloof and condescending, particularly toward those of lower social status, including Elizabeth. His pride blinds him to Elizabeth's worth and value of others in society. Now, Elizabeth's pride. Elizabeth demonstrates her own form of pride, especially in her initial judgment of Darcy. Her prejudice is rooted in her strong sense of personal integrity, but her social consciousness and early misunderstandings of Darcy lead her to misjudge him. The theme of prejudice. Elizabeth's intentional prejudice against Darcy is fueled by his haughty demeanor and her early negative interactions with him. She also believes the false narrative spread by Mr. Wickham, which further solidifies her prejudice. Darcy's prejudice lies in his belief that Elizabeth and her family are beneath him socially due to their lower status. His diminishes her as an unsuitable match, not recognizing her own worth beyond social class. Character development of Elizabeth Bennet. Intelligence and wit. Elizabeth stands out as a sharp, independent woman who is not afraid to speak her mind. She questions the traditional role of a woman in her society and does not accept the first suitor who comes her way, unlike many other women of her time. The growth and self reflection. Elizabeth's journey involves self reflection as she learns to temper her judgment and recognize her own faults. Her development is central to the novel as she learns the importance of humanity, understanding, and growth. Role as a feminist heroine. Elizabeth challenges the traditional gender roles, especially the expectations placed on a woman in terms of marriage and behavior. She is one of Austen's most progressive heroines, representing autonomy and strength. Character development of Mr. Darcy, initial disdain and transformation. Darcy's intentionally comes off the quite tensional aristocratic snob, dismissing Elizabeth and her family as beneath him due to their lower social status. His pride alights both Elizabeth and the reader. Transformation. Darcy undergoes the significant personal growth throughout the novel. His love for Elizabeth forces him to confront his prejudice and self-centeredness. He learns to be humble, generous, and self-aware. Irony, the heart of Austen's critique, narrative irony. Austen employs irony to expose the gap between appearance and reality. Characters often present a facade to the world which contrasts sharply with their true nature. Second is character's irony. The most prominent example of irony is the way Darcy Elizabeth both appear floated at the beginning, yet as the story progresses, their true virtues are revealed. Third is social irony. Austen's critique the superficial nature of social standing and marriage by using irony. Characters like Lady Catherine de Bourgh serve as the comic representation of a social snobbery and arrogance. The enduring legacy of Austen's critique, timeless theme. It can be called conclusion. The themes of love, class, pride, and prejudice are still highly relevant today. Austen's examination of societal norms, gender roles, and personal growth resonate with the modern readers and continues to spark discussion. Cultural impact. Pride and Prejudice has inspired numerous adoption across various mediums, including films, television series, and modern retellings, demonstrating its continued relevance and cultural influence. Literary legacy. Austen's exploration of class, gender expectations, and dynamic of personal growth continues to influence both literary scholars and popular culture, making her work timeless. Now, these are my references, and you are free to ask questions.
Bhargav, apart from Pride and Prejudice, what is the author subtitle suitable title for this novel?
The dilemmas of sisters or the heart in conflict can be called other suitable title for Pride and Prejudice.
My question is, what can be called central theme in Pride and Prejudice? It is pride or prejudice.
The central theme can be called pride because it was in starting when Darcy has first pride, then Elizabeth also shows the elements of pride in herself, then she develops prejudice in her character. And that's it.